Hey, what is up guys? GuitarRock here, welcome back to another CounterSide video. Alright, today's video is going to be a little bit different. If you guys are not aware, global server, they announced a patch. I mean not a patch, like a developer update notes, etc. of CounterSide. Right now you can see the preview of what to expect throughout in the month of June. Alright, so keep in mind this is going to be in line with what they have mentioned previously. So let's talk a little bit more about this, give you guys my idea or my takes generally on every single character on this picture. Now first things first, Guilty Gear Strive collab is happening. It is finally coming. We don't have an exact date yet. There's no like timeline whether it's happening like this week, I mean shouldn't be this week, right? Next week or the week after. But if I have to guess, it's going to be end of June. Alright, so that makes the most sense. End of June, heading into July, we'll be having the Guilty Gear Strive. Alongside with that, we'll be having Elegance Refined, new skin for Replacer Queen, and Awaken Jake. Very good skin right there. We're also having Scarecrow as counterpass character. And last but not least, I believe Awaken Sigma should be the Awaken that you have to expect coming in June 2023. Now let's talk a little bit about all of these characters per se. Right now, as of the time being, I cannot give you guys any information whatsoever about the Guilty Gear Strive collab. Apparently, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly, they did mention last time that they were going to rework some characters that were underperforming and try to push them up to be like somewhat better or somewhat relevant in the meta. And also they might rework some characters like Milia Rage. They might change how she works because she's going to be very strong. But first things first, I want to cover as much things as I can. Let's just talk about the counterpass character for now, Scarecrow. Now Scarecrow, this character is a very unique character. I mentioned about her multiple times before. She's going to be a mech soldier, as you can see right here. Mech soldier character, 2-cost ranger, which is a very unique kind of skill set and combination overall, right? And her skill is very unique, alright? So she has this particular special skill where she fires a beam out of her eyes, and this does like enemies hit by this will have their melee damage reduced by 20% for 12 seconds. And also her attack speed increases after casting the skill. Now I don't think she's bad. She's actually very good in PvP. But her overall usefulness is mostly going to lie in PvP. I've never seen a single stage, a single particular scenario where you will need her in PvE per se. Now maybe if you're building a full mech team for PvE, she's going to be very good right there because she's a mech and a soldier, right? If you want a good ranger for soldier team, I think she's going to be a good, like probably the best bet right now. Because let's think about mechs for a second, right? Who is going to be the best ranger for mechs? You either need Janus or you need Sparrow. And Scarecrow is going to fit in just nice for mech teams in general. Now her passive skill is going to be pretty interesting. She jumps backwards, saves herself from danger at 60% and switches to attack mode. While activating passive skill, basic attack's damage slightly decreases, but gains hit stun and resets hit stun effect and resets the cooldown of her special skill. Alright, and she changed her visors emoji. Okay, that was a small thing. The passive skill on the last one, she has 2 passive skills. She's a mech. Permanently gains immunity to hit stun from special or lower skills, increase range damage by 1% for each basic attack, up to 20 stacks. So that means 20% range damage, and increase range damage by 1.5% instead when you max this passive skill. So overall, she's a very flexible character. She does a lot of range damage. That's what she's focusing on. So based on my experience in using her, I think she's a very good option for a ranger. You definitely can benefit from her a lot. So far she hasn't been up yet as far as I know on C server, but I would say she's pretty good. I think Admin Rifleman is still going to be way more flexible than her and more accessible compared to Scarecrow. And keep in mind, back then in C server, she is not a counterpass character, so you can pull for her. So now she's supposedly in a counterpass, which I find really surprising. Okay, one more thing is also Awaken Sigma. Now, how strong is Awaken Sigma generally? I'll be honest with you guys, Awaken Sigma she's alright. It's just that being a striker, you compete against a lot of other strikers. By the way, Awaken Chifuyu just came out for C server, and I do think that she has overall much more tangible value overall. If I were to summarize Awaken Sigma as well, I think she's going to be a very balanced character. I don't think she's broken by any means, but I don't think she's weak either. You just need to know how to use her. She has this very unique concept where when you deploy her, there's this thing called a Terra Brain alongside with her, right? So this Terra Brain basically does two things. If the Terra Brain dies, Awakened Sigma will gain immortality for a few seconds, right? And that will give her increased attack speed. But if the Terra Brain doesn't die, this thing at the back, that will give her a lot of skill haste, alright? Basically, she will not enter the immortality state, right? Right here is mentioned, where is it? While the Terra Brain is on the field, her attacks cause additional attacks and are affected by additional effects. Okay, so Terra Brain is unable to receive healing, nullifies buffs or debuffs, and will be destroyed after 15 hits regardless of damage. So you can see Terra Brain's additional effects gives attack plus 25%, HP recovery, all allies including Sigma, roll disadvantage damage decrease plus 100%. This is pretty cool and all, but yeah, she can go two routes. You either, try to put her in front and get the Terra Brain to die fast so that she benefits from the increased attack speed, as you can see right here. She gains up to, she enters the Berserker state and she gains up to 100% attack speed. And she is immune to debuff and stuff, right? Very, very strong. Or you can try to protect your Terra Brain, make sure your Terra Brain don't die, and then you get to cast her ultimate skill, which is going to be very, very strong, alright? After casting ultimate skill, additional attacks always crit for 18 seconds, alright? Sigma's ultimate skill surprisingly does a lot of damage, alright? Feel free to watch my video back when I tried her on PvP. So it's similar to Awaken Lee Suyon's ultimate skill, but in my humble opinion, it's way better. It's like way stronger. Alright, this is the ultimate skill, this one. It hits the entire map, which is pretty crazy. Alright, so that's a lot of damage you can see right there. Pretty crazy damage. Alright, so with that being said, let's talk about the Guilty Gear units, because they are also going to be part of the what to expect from June. Now, based on the current meta right now, like I mentioned, things might change later on. We have 5 characters before this on KR server, right? And that's going to be Mei. We also have Soul Bad Guy, we have Relative Valentine, we have Ino, and we have Milia Rage. Now, none of these characters particularly stands out per se, except for Milia Rage. The way you obtain them, I can't remember how you obtain them, but I remember Soul Bad Guy was a counterpass character back then. So this guy is going to be unique to a counterpass. Apparently he's not that good anymore. But out of all of these characters, the strongest one is Milia Rage. Again, there's a very high chance that they're going to change her skills up, but regardless, let's have a look. What can she do? What makes her really, really strong? The passive skill is where it shines in particular. Alright, when she goes down to 70%, lower HP or 40%, she will be able to cast a couple of things, a couple of passives. Number 1, she sends surrounding targets flying in the opposite direction from her. Number 2, she stuns targets including those in special skill mode. And number 3, she increased her own skill haste by 30% for 6 seconds, and this goes up to 90%. Number 4, she's immune to damage for 2 seconds after this passive, which might not sound like much in regular contents, but in PvP, this matters. Alright, that 2 seconds does make sure that you are able to one-shot some, some insane tanks, and she does a lot of damage, right? Her special skill doesn't do anything in particular. You can see it does cancel the target's barriers though, right? It's not a barrier reflux, but it cancels barriers. Skill deals 50% less damage in the gauntlet. She can also blind the targets, as you can see right there. And the ultimate skill also does a decent chunk of damage and will always crit. Now she's going to be a very strong PvP unit. Alright, until today, a lot of players still use her in PvP. She's probably the best candidate if you want to pull for one particular character, if you can only afford to get one. I have a feeling she's going to be the best bet. Now, unless you plan to collect, yeah, sure. If you plan to collect everything. But if you have to choose out of all of these, out of Milia Rage, Soul Bad Guy, Ino, Relative Valentine, and Mei, probably go for Milia Rage. By the way, the skills are all up on pridewin.gg. I will link it in the description below. So that is pretty much for today's video. Let me know what you guys think of the Guilty Gear Strive collab that's coming to global server. I'm not sure if C will be getting this. I have no idea at the time of me recording this video, so hopefully we'll have news soon enough. But yeah, that's gonna be it for now. Take care, subscribe if you guys haven't already, give this video a like. I will see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.